Yo, yo, yo. That's... Oh, he got caught. He's trying to get himself out. I got a little sidetracked. I am just getting here at the farm and I wanted to do a little walkthrough because, I mean, it's fucking gorgeous out right now. And it's been a couple weeks since I've been out here, so any surprises will at least be caught on film. Nothing in particular that I'm going to talk about today. Just going to walk around, check out my plantas, see what's going on. But I wanted you guys to experience this amazing fucking day. I mean, these clouds today have been out of this world. And when I get here for the first time in a couple weeks, I like to just walk around and check things out. See, you know, what's been going along. See my sage. We know this is sage because look at the white underbelly. But you've got wild sage all over this property. Quartz crystal all over this property. It's probably why this place is so amazing. It's got such amazing spirits. Huh. I'm not even sure what that is. I hear a mosquito trying to get me, so I'm gonna smash his ass. Fuck a mosquito. This is my... Ooh! Hello, fig. So that one's obviously a little too late, but this one right here looks like it's prime ready for me to... Hella good. I'm gonna take that off of there. He's already done his thing. Maybe it'll seed out over there. This is the first fig that I've gotten to eat off of this tree. And here it is on film. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna go look at that one here in just a minute. You guys remember when I planted all these black locusts like 4 fucking years ago? Well, this right here has become the centerpiece of the property. It's the biggest tree that I've got right now. The other one is over there. Out of the 10 that I planted, only 2 of them are alive. But this is a baby from this tree. And this is one of the bad things about these black locusts is once you plant one, you're essentially going to be overridden with them if you don't watch out. This one right here I'm going to move on the outskirts. I want to utilize its nitrogen fixing capabilities. This is a special French variety of fig. It's Violetta de Bordeaux. Here we go. Violetta de Bordeaux. I don't speak French, y'all. But this is supposed to give me 2 separate crops, so that's pretty exciting to me. I like the idea of having lots of figgies. This one right here doesn't seem to have any figs on it. Let's just double check. No, don't see any figs. But it's getting there. We'll see. Over here, got some pomegranates, persimmons, jujubes. I've got comfrey that I planted with each one of my persimmons, and it seems to have taken with at least half of them. Hold on, y'all. I need to put some mosquito stuff all over my feetses because I already feel these dirty little fuckers trying to suck on my blood. I don't appreciate them whatsoever. I actually Despise those motherfuckers, to be honest with you. Apple trees looking good. Don't want to step in that. That's your fire ants. They're a menace. Menace. But everything's looking happy, happy, happy. It's gorgeous out. My Sega palm looking pretty stoked to be where it's at. I'm gonna walk over here and visit Waffles. Then we'll take you down there and check out that banana tree. Man, that banana is looking fucking healthy. See on my goldenrod, a lot of people's allergies flare up this season whenever the goldenrod starts showing up. But luckily, that's never been a problem. One thing I really appreciate is this in here used to just be sandy, sandy, sandy. If you guys remember when I first started, and it's still not, all the way covered, but there's enough vegetation starting to fix itself to where it's not washing out. At one point in time, you actually had this wash coming through right here where you can see all that grass. This is really starting to fill in, as you guys can see. Ooh, look at my blue jay. He just got him a bug. Ooh, another one. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, I actually bit into a seed from my fig. Should have spit that one out. Ooh, excuse me. Damn, it looks like hella red ants. Yep. Hella red ants. See, one little step in that, and you are having a very unpleasant experience. I don't appreciate those red ants, but they do a good job making sure anything that's dead gets ate the fuck up. Hey, Waffles. I miss you, buddy. I really miss this fucking dog. There's a lot of times where I just got to throw the ball and watch him run after that motherfucker. He loved getting that fucking ball. Oh. As you guys can see over the years, I'm going to have some pretty awesome willow trees shading them. I'm going to plant a couple of things around there, make him a focal point. And yeah, all my plums and all my different pluaries and all that good stuff is starting to go into hibernation. My pine tree looking happy. This is a little oak that actually came with this pecan, and there was two of them. There's the other one. So there was this one, and who knows what kind of oak it is. I don't have one exactly like it, so I wanted to save it. I planted him, transplanted him, and then this one right here, transplanted it. That way I have those couple of oaks. Got my olives over there looking happy. My pecans out in here that I had transplanted. These pecans I've actually bought this year. And they're taking, all three of these look damn good, but this one over here, the deer kind of accosted it a little bit. Ended up chewing up the, the top of this one, so it's not as happy as the other three, but I got 4 different varieties. I wanted to throw some stuff out here to help pollinate, you know. Cut grass a couple of weeks ago. This stuff right here, a lot of folks will rake up. They don't appreciate, but this is mulch. Continuing to cut the grass and just mulching all of this is what's bringing this soil back to life. Got the forester over there. I actually leave the hood up because I parked that here. I don't want rats living up underneath that motherfucker, chewing up my wires and shit, so it's one of the things. Have it right there, leave your hood up, you won't have to have no critters come in there. Now this is always soggy as fuck, and evidently I just walked into a red ant. He found me on my foot. Let's see. No, he had to just be a random one. Got a couple of deer tracks. Damn, I hate walking into red ants, bro. There's another one. Evidently there was 2 of them. But this deer trekked all the way over here, probably down the road. It's been raining like a motherfucker, and you can see it's still wet as can be. All the water's just steadily fucking draining out down here. Essentially, this all over here, my aunt's field, it's a rain catch. All of it wants to flow down there into the 2 creeks. Uh-oh. Damn, I need to watch where I'm going. I'm gonna step into some ants. Oh, fucking hate those things, bro. Hate some red ants. I love critters, but damn, those ants are a pain in my ass. Uh-oh. I think that's my Paulina. I planted a few of them on this stretch, and I'm hoping some of them take. Paulina, whatever the hell that tree is. It's actually a Chinese native tree, and believe it or not, it's the very first gunpowder. The Chinese developed gunpowder from that very tree. This is pretty wet and soggy. You can see all the rain comes down in here. It's still wet. You can kind of see where I had the swale. It's still working, but it needs a little work. Planted my trees along the swale, and it's still doing what it needs to do. I was trying to force the water where I want it to go instead of washing everything away, and it's actually worked out pretty good. I've got all this wild shit in here, wild grass. It's kind of funny. I got some centipede over here that who knows where the fuck it came from. Maybe some deer ate some stuff and pooped it out over here, but as you can see, this stretch is pretty amazing grass. This right here is some centipede. So I think I'm gonna do a video later on, probably not later on today, but what I'm going to show you how to do is actually plug this. So right now, this is just some amazing grass. All that out there is pretty much just wild stuff. But this is some good centipede. So what I'm going to do is scoop up a few scoops of it and break it up into little clumps like this, and then just plant it around over there. Now that I've got some growth established and it's just not fucking sand, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting that centipede to grow over there. I mean, you can see the patch is much different than everything else. That's the kind of stuff that I want to plant. My amazing pecan tree. We just kind of rescued that pecan tree last year. As you can see, it's starting to grow out around it again. Needs to be bush hogged once more, but looks lots happier than it's been in a long time. I mean, it's probably a 50, 60 plus year old pecan tree, at the very least. Ooh, another good sized deer. Yeah, and this is how his... Now this is a female. This is how her stride went. That's the next one. That's a big old one too. Your double feet. Hopped over here. So she was actually running and or galloping, if you will. Once again, the water will flow down here and then into this washout. At one point in time, all this was just washing away, but I've started getting it to not wash my shit away anymore. There was some ground cherries here last year. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any this year sprout up. I spit seeds all over, cast the seeds around. I don't see much of anything resembling my ground cherries, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping that they would kind of take. But it is what it is. Sometimes you really have to encourage these things to do what you want them to do. Like these prickly pear cactus. It's looking that one's actually looking pretty good. This right here was just a petal that I ended up planting 3 of them. Planted this one here. Now I accidentally drove over these other ones. This was another deal. That's why I've got this bottle here to kind of mark it. But it's still coming up. It's still here. It'll do its thing. If I remember correctly, the other one, that one's there. The other one should be around here somewhere. I may have ran that one over too many times with the lawnmower. But this right here is the other end of that swale. So you can see it come around this way and straight on down over there into the ditch. I planted some of these chinkapins and oaks and chestnuts all along here. And out in there is just some freebie oaks, and this is actually a gobbler oak here. But yeah, you can tell that the ones that I planted aren't nearly as happy as the ones that just sprung up on its own. I have no problem letting a bunch of wild oaks and pecans spring up wherever they decide to go. At the very least, it's going to be deer feed. Here's another set of good deer tracks. And this had to have been within the last day or two because it's been raining like a motherfucker down here. It would have obviously washed the track away. But there's that swale. Let's walk back this way. I ended up getting 10 pecan trees. They're all Pawnee variety. This is one of them. That one obviously is dead. I think 6 of them ended up living. This is one here. There. I think that one might have died. Go away, mosquito. Nobody likes your kind around here. But ended up getting a few of these pecan trees out of the orchard down the road. They got some extras and they sold me those 10 pecan trees for $100. Now they're $40 a piece when you buy them from the place he bought them from. So I got a pretty nice deal on them. I mean, I got 6. So not nearly as good of a deal if all 10 of them lived, but hell, I got 7 Pawnee varieties now. 7 Pawnee pecans. This right here is some kind of wild pear, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna let it grow and see what it ends up doing. This is a wild oak. Let it do its thing. This gummy berry I planted this year. I planted 10 gummy berries last year. Only 8 survived, and I planted 20 more gummy berries out here. 2 different varieties. So I'd really like to believe that that's going to be enough gummy berries. And I planted them all in the more barren. If you look and see, this is all nice grass, beautiful grass. This in here is the soil that I had to bring back to life. Now, this was the sandiest spot because everything was washing here. That's why I ended up making that swale there, and then the one that I did over here in order to help channel the water away from just washing shit around. This is a pomegranate. Looks pretty stoked to be there. This is an olive. Now the main part of it looks like it had died, but you can see you've got some growth coming up. Wow, look at that. I dig it, y'all. Nice jujube hanging out, super stoked. This is a wild apple, or a seedling apple, if you will. See, I'm just letting it do its thing. Worst case scenario, this apple right here will provide me some apple cider one day. Best case scenario, it'll be a tasty apple. Wild pecan. Evidently I ran it over with the lawnmower a couple of times. Whenever you run over one of these freebie pecans, it shoots like 3 or 4 branches out. And usually I will just leave it be. The one that is the biggest and happiest, I'll cut the other ones away. This is what happened to a walnut tree that died. You got the walnut tree that died in the center that I planted. One of the very first trees that I planted, actually. And it started shooting back up out of the roots. This is the pecan tree that I dug up from over there. So you guys can see, I mean, it's obviously stoked to be transplanted. I did this video on it to show you guys how to transplant a pecan tree. This is the one that I dug up and have on that video. So it's doing its thing. It's happy to be here. A wild persimmon over there. Wild pecan tree. Damn, if it ain't hot out here, you guys. It's fucking hot. This is another one of those walnut trees that didn't quite make it. So they were English Carpathians. See, this guy right here is the original growth, and it just died. You got stuff coming up out of the roots. Who knows if it's an English Carpathian or what? This is a live English Carpathian. This is a black walnut. Yeah, there's still life in there. It's just dormant now. A lot of these trees are starting to go dormant. Wild persimmon. And this is actually a pear tree, a seedling pear tree. So who knows what it's going to end up being. Hopefully it'll be awesome pears. And this one right here is a pecan tree, one of the first ones I planted. It came in with the black locust and those other guys. Yeah, here's another black walnut. It's starting to shoot out some little stuff. It doesn't know if it wants to be hibernating or what. A white walnut over there, another white walnut. Wild persimmon. I probably will start having some persimmons on them within the next year or two, actually. Pretty stoked about that. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough while I was running around. Show you this amazing view that I'm looking at. Got about 2.5 hours of daylight. So I'm gonna get the grill going and maybe do a little more walking around. Go down to the creek, play. This right here is beauty berries. Now you guys don't want to eat these. A lot of people will plant these for show, but believe it or not, the deer really fucking appreciate these. So I try to, wherever there's beauty berries, I leave them be best that I can. This is a elderberry. Elderberry. Try to leave the elderberries and the pokeberries, or pokeweed, all that kind of stuff. I might as well take this free kindling over here into the fire. Free kindling. That's the cool thing about this place, is constantly walking around finding sticks to pick up and to throw away, or to burn, if you will. These are my citrus I still have yet to plant. Damn, that thing is looking awesome. Look at these sassumas, y'all. Look at these sassumas. I'll probably pull this one off because let's do the end one here. It's kind of sucking the juices out of my tree. I'll let those other ones stay, but as you guys can see, this is the what is that? The frost orrery variety, and these are actually kumquats. Nagomi kumquats, and these are some wild. Oh, I just heard a goat. Those are some wild orange trees. And These are the dollar limes. Dollar limes. What I'm probably going to do with these oranges here is cut them up and put them in my beer. This is another variety of Satsuma. You can see that these are starting to ripen. I'll probably strip this of the majority of them this weekend. That way it doesn't push the tree now. This one right here seems to be super stoked on where it's at. What I've kind of done before I decide to plant any of these, I let them sit where I have a good idea of where they're going to be, and just see how they react to that spot, react to that sunlight. And that one seems to be happy right there. Let's see. Let's see if my fire's going. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and... Woo! Gonna burn myself up. Let's push that back in there, let it start heating up. Clean this thing out. It's been a couple weeks since I ran it, so it's looking kind of rough. What else, y'all? Avocado. We'll see how it does. Just a little seedling avocado. Get all the leaves off of my hammock. See, here's some more free kindling. Accosting my ferns just a bit. Looks like some avocados. Some armadillos trying to get in there and dig up my lemon tree a little bit. We can't be having that. Fucking armadillos tearing shit up. And I don't know why, man, but this fucking thing is not wanting to stay put. I'm surprised that glass didn't break, to be honest with you. That's some gnarly ass glass. Oh, look at my lizard. He's appreciating my orange tree. I ain't gonna mess with you, buddy. But you sure are special. Yeah. I like lizards. Especially when they're helping my orange trees. You see here, I planted this moss in here with it. Each one of these orange trees. And I guess the leaves killed that one, except for the little bit of moss that's on the tree. But that's pretty neat that this fern started growing out of it. So I've got fern and moss. Whenever I plant this, it'll shoot out that moss. You know what? I'm just going to set those there for now. This is a lemon tree. That lemon's looking pretty happy. It's not too far away from being ready to pick. I actually got 2 lemons off of this one already. I mean, that's all right. This is a navel orange. Got the grapefruit there. This is another dollar lime. See, it's producing some fruits as well. This one right here is probably too close to the ground. Yeah, it's got some yuckies on it. Well, y'all, I'm going to take this thing off my head and get to enjoying some weekend. Love y'all.